I mean,
Oy.
the first page starts with like, and I'm in my lab,
And
and the king is here, and I just snorted
I
poison,
just snorted poison.
venom, whatever. The only thing I was like, bitch, was Snow. That bitch was not there when that fucking lady left. So she was like, this shit moved by itself. That shit.
So creepy.
I was like, bro.
Hi everybody, I'm Ale.
And I'm Carla, and this is Booked and Buzzin'.
From bestseller to hidden gems, we're going to be reviewing and giving our thoughts on the latest buzz in the book world.
Today we're going to be going over Hemlock and Silver by T. Kingfisher.
Yep. So this is book 2 of our Spooky October series.
Yeah.
And we're going to be sipping on our vodka cranberries. Cheers.
With our spooky hand cups.
Yes.
This is our spooky setup.
I loved it.
So
A big part of this scene is like all the little poisons.
mm-hmm.
Because this is like a dark retelling of Snow White.
Yeah.
Almost, right?
Mm-hmm.
I loved this book.
Me too. I really like this author.
Yeah.
I mean, first book I read of hers, but
Same.
I really like how she writes.
Same.
She's very engaging. There's a lot of times where I'll read a book with a character that they're just trying way too hard to make them relatable or quirky or funny.
Yep.
This character, she is a little quirky,
Flawlessly
but
quirky.
it's great. Like
Yes.
it didn't come off as like trying too hard. She didn't come
No.
off as annoying. She didn't come off as like unable to like stand on her own in a
Yep.
room. I really liked this book.
I really, really liked it. Like I was pleasantly surprised. And I was caught pretty early.
No, first page.
Yeah, first page. It starts off like, we can just tell them.
I mean,
Oy.
the first page starts with like, and I'm in my lab, and the king is here, and I just snorted
I
poison,
just snorted poison.
venom, whatever.
Yeah, I was just like, whoa.
Yeah, I was like,
we're
what?
starting off like.
And then the king is like, so yeah, you know that I killed my wife, and she's like, oh.
Well, I in fact did not
didn't
know that, but I
okay.
don't think I'll have an opinion on it.
And he's like, go
you're
ahead,
the king.
Go ahead, let it out. And she's like, oh, okay. How'd you do it? And he's like, oh, I impaled her. And you're like, what the fuck is happening? And meanwhile, she's like, the room is spinning. I'm like about to fucking faint. My heart is beating super fast because of the venom. Yep. So immediately
I was like,
engaged.
ooh.
Yeah.
And so one of the things I definitely want to get to in this episode is all the little, like, I don't think the right word is Easter eggs, but the parallels to Snow White. Mm-hmm. So I really enjoyed that. But overall, I really, really liked this book. And I think that one of the things that I loved was that the female character wasn't insoportable.
Yes.
For a long time, we've been stuck on female characters that we've been feeling like it's a struggle to... Carta's personal favorite of 2025.
I can't let it go. Oh my God, she ruined my year.
I mean, yeah, because you had to read all of Fourth Wing with her, like, straight.
She's so hard to digest.
But
I like the world. I don't like her, and it's so hard to see through her perspective.
Well, and she got worse in Onyx Storm. I'll tell you that. Jesus.
Horrendous.
Wow. And Onyx Storm was when I really realized, and this is going to be unpopular, but the fuck does Xaden see in this girl?
No, seriously. Yeah, that is when you realize.
That was really when I realized that I'm like, why is he like so hung up on her?
Well, I think that the romance was super forced because literally they fell in love out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. There was no buildup. There was no like. She just thought he was hot. That was it.
Well, okay. When I first read Fourth Wing, why do we always do this? We're because like it's off track. But
that's why we are who we are.
Yes. When I first read Fourth Wing, I actually enjoyed that like school giddiness of like the bad boy, and like she knows that he hates her and she hates him, and it was not enemies to lovers by any
Not at
means,
all.
by the way. No, I do not think that. But I do think there was a certain, like, from the very beginning, like, intrigue with each other when they, like, outwardly hated each other. And so I feel like when I was reading Fourth Wing, I was almost giddy. I'm like, oh my God, what are they going to get
But
together?
okay, hold on. We know why she likes him. We don't know why he likes her.
Correct.
We don't know when that switch happened. Like, it was very from one moment to the next.
Yeah, because even when he goes back and he's like, I liked her. Like when there was like, did you read the bonus scene when he's talking to Sigil
Yeah,
after threshing,
I think so. I think you sent it to
where
me.
where he's like, great, now I'm stuck with this girl or whatever, and then she's like, I bet you are, and Dean kisses her, and Zayden's like, in that scene when I read it on his perspective, I still didn't understand why he was hung up on this girl.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
like, I remember when I was reading Fourth Wing, like, I got to the part where they were like, she was crossing the
The
parapet,
Yeah.
and it was like raining or something, and it was like the anniversary of his dad's death, and I was like, how did we get here? Like,
Yeah.
I was like, why is she doing this? Like, what? How did we go from I want to fuck him to I love him?
I don't get it. Yes.
Anyways,
But I think I liked it anyways. No. Okay. Well, I'll tell you one more thing about this because I remember this scene being confusing to me. When there's a part, I wish I could just have like, well, I do have a Kindle, but I wish I could just open up to the page that I'm talking about at all times. Like I wish I had it in my head, like, okay, page, whatever. But when she bonds Tarn, I don't know, and the unbonded tried to kill her in her room, and he comes in to try to save her, and there's a part in where Rebecca Jarrows writes, I can see a flutter of concern as he looks over at me. And I remember reading that for the first time. I was like, this guy hates you. Like, why
well, but if
would
she
you
dies,
be
he dies. So
concerned?
that's my concern.
But it seemed flirty. It seemed like,
I guess. I just think
oh
that.
no. And then when he's putting the boots on her because she's like in shock, she says something like, I see a swirl of concern in his eyes and he's trying to taunt me into like violence, like whatever, blah, 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 blah.
I just think it doesn't make sense because Violet cannot be like this showstopper that he's never seen before.
No.
So it doesn't make sense. Like, what
And
is
he's
it?
like amazing.
Like, in every way.
Yeah.
So what is it that you see in her?
He
Like,
looks attractive.
at no point is he like,
He's
the reason
insane.
why you're so
Like-
special is this, you know?
Yeah.
Like, when you get like in Akatar, when Rysand explains to that whole chapter where he's just explaining to her, to Feyre, all the ways he loves her and why, it's so beautiful. Because it's like, if you've ever been with someone who truly loves you and they break it down for you, like, this is why I love you, all of these
Yep.
things, it's real.
Yeah.
It helps you connect to the characters. We don't have really that from Xaden.
No, but I will tell you this. I'm not defending Violet in any way, but I do feel that it's easier to see that bond when you're reading mates because it's like a bond that they had even if they don't know each other.
No, because
Whereas
in Quicksilver,
Violet-
their bond, I don't see it either. Like, I'm like, how did this happen?
I know, but you're not going to compare SJM to that. So
No, but I'm comparing.
no, I get
Yaros
it.
to
Yeah,
that.
okay, fair, true. I didn't think of that, but okay, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna take it back.
I'm just saying, like, don't get me wrong. I like Xaden, and I do like the fourth wing world. I just
Violet
is so
annoying.
insufferable to me.
Yep.
I just cannot stand her. I can't understand like what he sees in her.
Yep.
And I do feel like I feel that Rebecca Yarros has just been like, I'm gonna do this for that. Like, they're together because they're the most powerful. Like, I don't see a real connection there. I see Xaden being this beautiful soul in the way he
Yeah.
loves her.
Yeah,
But
like
even her, I'm like, I don't
selfless.
feel that you love him the way he loves you. Feels
It
like he loves you
feels
more.
infatuated on her end.
Definitely.
It feels infatuated. It feels like lustful.
Mm-hmm.
And he feels genuine.
Yeah. And like sweet.
Yeah.
Like he really cares
Yep.
deeply for
And
her.
like he's very not sweet to anybody else.
Yeah. Which makes it all the better.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to dive into that world eventually.
Ugh.
So
Yeah, I know.
here we go. Anyways,
So
back
Hemlock
to
and
this.
Silver.
Yeah, so back to this. The main character's name is Anja.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked her.
Me too.
And I'll tell you one thing that I enjoyed about this book is that I actually giggled at a couple times. Especially my favorite character is Grayling, the cat. Like just tells her how stupid she is at all times.
I think that he also was portrayed really well. Because again, like, it is, I guess at this point, for me, it's so hard for me to like see a character that's clearly trying to be something funny, goofy, clumsy, quirky, and for it to be natural. But I feel that all the characters in this book are natural. So I think she did a great job.
I think she
Nothing felt forced.
Nothing. It literally was such a like
Such an entertaining.
yeah.
And like it felt peaceful reading it. I didn't feel frustrated at any point.
No.
The only thing I was like, bitch, was Snow. Like I thought she was a
But I
little
think
bitch.
that's what she meant to write.
Yeah, well,
you know?
mission accomplished. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I do think so.
I'm telling you, I read this and I enjoyed every part of it. Like there was a couple times that things slowed down a little bit, but then she like grabbed me with the mirror. Okay, so before I get to that, basically, long story short, she is a poison specialist, and the king's daughter is being poisoned, or so he thinks, and so he finds her to bring him back to a castle to help figure out what's wrong with his daughter. And she's like, me? Like, I don't want to go there. And what's funny to me is that her inner thoughts are like, and what if I can't, like,
Valid
fix her?
though. Valid.
Is he going to kill me and my entire family?
Well, yeah.
Because
That's
he
the
just
thing.
killed his wife. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, he literally was like, "Oh, I just impaled her." Oh, he, by the way, trauma dumps heavily in the first like 5 pages because he's like, "Oh, I like stabbed her through the heart. Like basically, I impaled her." And she's like, "Oh,
Wonderful.
why?"
He's like, do
and
you
he's
want to
like,
ask
"She
me
was
why?
carving out my other daughter's heart,"
And
and she's like, "Oh,
I wonder,
nice."
like, is this
That's a
what
lot of
royalty is up
oversharing,
to?
sir.
Yep. Is this what royalty is up to? That was so funny. I also think that she was very innocent, like during like the entire thing. Like she was just like, "Fuck, what am I gonna do? What am I doing here?"
Yeah, I agree.
Even on the ride over there, when they're like traveling to the next castle or wherever she's from, to where the castle is, and people start like, gossiping or whatever, and she hears someone being like, "Oh, like that's his mistress or whatever," and she's like devastated. She's like, "Oh my god, they can't think that of me," and in her head, she's like, "Oh my god, how am I gonna say they think I'm your mistress?" I felt like that was so funny. I giggled at that.
Yeah, she was fun to read. I enjoyed her.
Yeah.
And I also I agree. I think she was pretty innocent. I appreciated how she was like a foreigner to like the court stuff.
Yep.
And how like she it's
Was
not a very
uninterested in it,
political
too.
book,
Yeah.
but you do see like a little bit here and there of like she's sitting next to these people and this lady is like has this importance and she
Yeah.
like talks to her and she starts to realize like you're kind of a fucking bitch. And then this other general sits next to her and then she's like, I got nervous, so I started talking about poison and everybody was staring at me. And like
Yes.
you could, and then she's like, but then he defused the situation because he started talking about like a scorpion. So I like that you don't get political, but you do start seeing like, oh, the dynamics of court is weird. And she says it because she's like, everybody is dressed to the nines and we're literally all just traveling to a castle.
Yeah.
Like it's an entourage of people in gowns.
Why do they care? I liked how they then introduced her. She had her own little lab. The rooster.
Oh yeah, I like the rooster. Wait. But how do you say Javier in English? Because the guard's name is what, Aaron?
Aaron
And Javier. And I don't know.
There to like make sure no one kills her.
I know that a J in English, like if your name starts with a J, it would be like Jason, Jared, Javier, Javier. How the fuck do you say that? Because in Spanish, J is pronounced
July. That's so true.
So,
Javier.
So we say Javier.
That's what I said the entire book. But I remember when I first saw it, I was like,
Jorge.
¿Y de dónde vino el Javier este?
Like if it's George with a J, I can George. And in Spanish, Jorge.
Yeah.
But in English, how do you do Javier? What the fuck? Is it supposed to be Javier?
Maybe like an H, like Javier. Am I saying it wrong? I don't know. Javier. I don't know.
That threw me off.
I know. When I first read it, I'm like, whatever. I love it.
No, I was like, ay, mira mi lengua. But I was just like, am I doing this right? It made me insecure. Because I was like, how the fuck do you pronounce this?
It made me like feel cultural shock. I'm like, what kind of world building is this?
Yeah, I was like, oh, so are like they all have like Latino names, and then it's like Snow.
Well, I don't think, but I don't think that, for example, even the main character, I don't say it in my head, Anja. I said Anja. Anja corrió. Anja.
I don't, because Anja is like a Anja, you know? Like when you're agreeing to something, you're like Anja. So
I don't know. I said Anja in my head when I was reading this book.
I did Anja but is it Anja or is it Anja? Anja. Anyways, Javier threw me the fuck off.
Yeah. So she has these two bodyguards.
Yeah.
And Javier is one of them. Mm-hmm. And it was so funny because I actually remembered being like, oh, this is a Spanish name. Okay, that's cool. This is a Spanish world building. Like, what are we doing here? But I liked the initial meeting with Snow. So, okay, this is the first like little Easter egg. So we know that as we we read the synopsis, it is a dark retelling of Snow White. Mm-hmm. And so this is kind of the first couple things. Like, obviously someone's being poisoned, and the one being poisoned, her name is Snow. So I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. And then when she meets Snow for the first time, what happens?
Oh my God, super fucking obvious. But she's like, she assesses Snow. It made me laugh because she was like, she looked at everything. She's like, I've looked at her skin. I looked at her, like, her hair. I looked at her teeth. They were fucked up. Like, I laughed. Snow was like, yeah, I vomit a lot. And she was like, I can tell. She was like, ew, in her head. And then she's like, okay, her dad, the king, Snow's dad, pulls out Anja. And he's like,
what do you think?
Dime algo. And she's like, oh, honestly, like, I need to do more research. I can't, just based off of looking at her, I can't tell you anything. Yeah. And then he's like, okay, well, let's go something. And she's like, wait, hold on. Let me just tell Snow real quick, like, nice to meet you. I'm going to help you. And then I'll leave. And he's like, okay. So she goes in and she's like, hey, I just wanted to let you, like, I want to let you know, I don't know what's wrong with you, but I'm going to do my best and I'm going to figure it out. And Snow's like, okay, thank you. And then this dumbass turns around and looks in the mirror and smiles, like, and Anja's like, I see you. Like, she didn't say anything to her, but she was like, I'm looking at your reflection, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a weird smile.
Immediately, I was like, you're poisoning yourself.
Yeah.
When she did that, I was like, you're the culprit.
Yep. I did too. Mm-hmm. And I think if it would have been that simple, I would have been disappointed. But I love the twist that this took.
Snow was a little bitch, though.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you expect from a fucking
You
princess?
kind of sound like my 12-year-old hate of Prim.
I mean, I wouldn't say I hate her, but I was just like, you're annoying as fuck. You're such a little brat.
She was a brat. She treated all the nurses or all the
Awful.
maids awful. Yeah.
What the fuck's your
It's like,
problem? Yeah, like when I read that, I was like, I mean, I get it, princess, like, duh.
everything's been done for you and you get to tell everybody what to do.
Yeah, I mean, she's like this little shitty kid that just gets to tell everyone what to do. But like Anja says, like she observes Snow be a bitch to one of the nurses.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I remember one time my sister was like rude as fuck to her maid. And my dad paid for all the servants to take a week off. And like all of us were stuck for a week without servants.
Cooking and doing my own thing.
And he was like, that he told them all, like, these are all professionals. These are their professions. You treat them properly
With
or you don't.
respect.
Yeah, like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
So you can tell she comes from a wealthy background, not royalty by any means.
Her dad was a merchant, is a merchant. He's still alive.
But like wealthy.
Yeah.
So, you know, Snow was annoying. So.
It also surprised me that she was so young. I thought she was going to be like a teenager.
Same. And she's the oldest.
Yeah, I thought she would be the youngest.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Was Snow White older?
Snow White, as far as the Disney story goes, was just like by herself. No siblings. In the Disney story. But the Disney and
she was older. Maybe that's why we're thinking it was going to be older.
I think she was like 15 or 14.
Yeah.
Which, like, still really fucking young to get married, but okay. But the Disney story.
How old must she have been in the one?
I think she was 14 actually, but I could be wrong. Mira ven.
Snow White is 14
I fucking called it.
in the 1937 film.
The folklore is different from the Disney story though, because like in the Little Mermaid Disney story, like she gets Prince Eric to like fall in love with her, and then she gets to keep her legs and her voice. But in the like the story where that came from, she is not successful in getting the prince to fall in love with her. He marries somebody else, and then she turns into like sea foam.
What?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the Sleeping Beauty folklore is also like super fucked up, but
I didn't know that. Okay.
in the Cinderella one, the stepsisters cut off their heels and their toes to try and fit into the glass slipper. Yeah. Which is so stupid because like it's a glass slipper. I see the blood. Like, whatever. Yeah.
Also, like, Disney just read this and was like, I can make a great movie out of this.
Well, you know what? To their credit, they were able to.
Yeah. Well, and what's so what I was reading was that in the movie it was 14. In the original folklore, she was 7.
7?
Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
So I guess Kingfisher landed somewhere in between.
Yeah.
She's 12.
Okay. So one of my favorite parts, which is like funny because she's sitting outside in the
Oh my God.
I just love this part because I saw it so. Okay, so this is one thing that I will say about T. Kingfisher is that I genuinely saw her setting
Same.
really well.
Played like a crystal clear movie in my head.
Yep. Yes. She did great.
The only thing I couldn't get a clear picture of was Anja, because she didn't describe her much other than to just, other than to say that Anja is like huge.
Thick.
Like several times in the book. She said it like
A million times.
Dude,
I will say that.
At first, I was like, oh, okay. Because she's not even nice about it. Like,
No, she's like, I'm built like a bull.
yes, bitch. Like, they're like dressing her, or her sister's like, you need to get some new outfits because your shit is fucked up. So they go to the seamstress, and Anja's like, she doesn't understand that they don't have enough fabric for me. And I'm like, bitch. She's like, I look like my father, shoulders, thighs like hams. And I'm like, I got it.
Suelta.
I get it. Ya, déjala.
That is so funny because it's true.
But that's like the only thing she describes of her. So I'm like,
Yes.
is she brunette? Is she a
But
redhead?
even in the middle of the book, she'll still say that. Like when she's running with Javier, she's like, and I'm running, but like, you know, like this body can't run that fast.
Or when she's like trying stuff out on the chicken and she's like, she tries the apple on the chicken and the rooster, whatever. And she waits a while and she's like, well, nothing. I'll try it. But if it's going to affect him in a few like days, it's going to take like forever for me because I'm like 50 times his size.
Huge.
And I'm like, oh my God. Yeah.
Yes, it's so true.
Deja la
It's so
niña.
funny.
Yeah.
Like it's sad.
But what I
Because why do
liked
we
was
need
that
to
she
know?
never felt bad about her weight.
No.
I enjoyed
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
Like she was
It
just
was kind of
like,
like this is
this is
just
how I
what I
look.
am and this is what I look like. And you know what? Actually, going back to that, what I really liked about the fact that she just knew that her body was built differently than her sisters, but she didn't care and she didn't like it wasn't a big deal to her, was also like at the end when she develops the love story.
Yeah.
Never was she like, oh, but he probably doesn't like me for my body or whatever.
Yeah. I like.
Like she
Okay, I guess what she was doing was being quirky with her body.
right.
But I like that she wasn't insecure in anything.
No.
In her clothes, in her body, in her like anything.
Anything.
She was really like a happy person.
Yep.
She was a very like tranquil, happy. Yeah, and not
like
ditzy,
I have my poisons,
but just like
I'm fulfilled, kind of.
yes, like very
enjoy
unbothered.
what I
She was
do.
very
Yep.
unbothered.
Very
I
unbothered.
really liked this character.
So it's so funny because it's true. She was very unbothered. So when they bothered her with this task, she was like, "Fuck,"
Yeah.
you know. And then when she started like getting the hints, right? So for me, she's sitting in the bushes. So in the way that T. Kingfisher describes this scene is that she's sitting outside, stumped because she's like, I don't know what the hell's wrong
Yeah.
with this snow girl, but she's sitting on like a bench or whatever that's covered by trees.
And she's also wearing like brown, so she like
so she's like
fades into things.
camouflaging.
Yeah.
And because then they give her the fabric of the earth.
Yeah.
Like, nothing fun. Whatever. In the bush that she's in, she sees Snow walking into a part of the gardens and turns to the nurse and like, oh, I forgot this and this and this, so you better go get it for me. And so
Bitch.
the nurse is like running away. And she's like observing, and then Snow goes up to some statue or whatever and leans and grabs an apple. And Anja is like, and then Snow goes, and it looks like a white apple. And it's the other kind of imagery or like Easter egg that I liked. I'm like, oh, the apple. And when Anja gets up and she's like, Snow, don't eat that. What are you eating? Snow realizes that someone saw her take a bite of this apple and goes, and she like eats the whole thing like as fast as possible. But Anja's like running to her and is taking away the apple. And Snow is fighting her. But I just found it hilarious because I can see it in my head. This 12-year-old girl being like,
No, that part I was like, what the fuck? I liked when she was like, give me my apple, give me my apple. And Anja was like, you know what? Ah, yeah. And she just holds on to her while she exhausts herself.
yes.
When I read that part, I was like, this fucking stupid bitch, Snow. Like, you've been poisoning yourself with this fucking white snow apple shit this whole time. You knew what was getting you fucking super skinny and shitty. And, like, you have all of these doctors coming in and checking you out. And it's obviously the fucking apple. Because why else would you be like, oh, can you go get this from me? Let me eat this apple real fucking quick. And then when this girl's coming up to you, you, like, literally try and shove it down your throat.
Yep. Exactly. And the apple's described as white on the outside, leathery, like
silvery
in the inside. And what's interesting is that it has like a cold feeling to it. Like that's what it tastes like, cold. And then Anja goes back to her workroom and she gives this rooster this apple. And she gets a bite of this apple. And all of a sudden, she doesn't feel like anything's wrong.
Yeah, she's like, okay. Well, she gives it to the rooster. The rooster, like, for a while, does nothing. It's just chilling.
Yeah.
And she's like, fuck, all right. And she's like, let me try it. And she takes a bite, and she's like, oh, it's got, like, a cold aftertaste. Weird.
Yep.
And then she's like, whatever. leaves the like workroom, locks up, goes to her room, and then I don't know what the fuck she was doing, but she like tripped, and then she was like, "Oh, I just smashed my head into the mirror," but instead of smashing her head, she fell through the mirror.
She fell through the mirror. And this was my favorite part, which obviously I'm sure it's everybody's favorite part. But I remember reading and I was like, kind of like, okay, I know the plot of the story. Okay, now there's an apple. And I remember like reading this part when I was falling asleep. And so I'm like reading, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, and then she fell into the mirror. I'm like, she did what? I was like, wait, no. But we skipped over a part that you had mentioned to me really quick.
What part?
Where you were like, you were scared of the mirror.
Oh,
My God, this
bitch.
scene.
When she fucking first moves in, first of all, she's already super paranoid because when she was going around in her town and Javier and Aaron were following her around, she was like, "Oh, what do you guys think that I'm gonna like run away or something?" And they were like, "No, we're trying to protect you from an assassin." And she's like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah,
Why
because
would an
like,
assassin want to kill me?
she's like, well, if someone's trying to kill the princess, then like, logically,
They're
if
gonna find out why you're coming.
somebody trying to come to like save her, they're gonna kill them too." And she's like, "Great, someone's after me." So she's like super paranoid the whole road. Like she's like convinced there's an assassin ready to kill her at any moment. And then when she gets there, she's like, "Okay, let me like go in my room." And there's this ginormous fucking mirror. And she's like, "I don't fuck with mirrors because they scare the shit out of me. Like, I'm scared that there's going to be something in the mirror." And like, she's like, "Whatever, I'm not going to pay it any attention." And as she's walking to like her bathroom, she's like, "What the fuck was that I just saw in the mirror?" Listen to me. The way I would have been like, change my room right now.
And I don't want any mirrors.
I don't want to be, get me the fuck in a mirrorless room. She doesn't even care about how she looks anyway, so that's not going to be a problem. And if I decided not to do that, at the very least, I would put like the biggest sabana ever over the mirror. 100%. Like the biggest, like whatever I could use to cover it, like a blanket or something.
And then she's falling asleep.
Bro.
I know. That part I was like,
there were a few parts that I was like that.
Yeah, but it was like spooky scary. Like and I liked it though. Like I look back and I'm like, this was a spooky scary book.
I liked that I wasn't terrified. It was spooky. Yeah.
It was spooky. But that part where she sees out of like the corner of her eyes this like white figure coming out of the mirror to try to like look at her.
Bitch.
I was like, oh God. So there's something in this mirror.
And then she just goes back to sleep.
I know, but what's hilarious is that she rumbles out of bed and like falls.
Well, first she's like, "I'm gonna book it."
Run away.
And then she, instead of books it, like tangles herself into the sheets and falls. And then she like is awkward. Like, "Should I move?"
Maybe whatever like, that is. God, what do I do now? I'm telling you, there was a lot of times in this book that I giggled, and I really, really just enjoyed the read. I really did.
I liked her a lot.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was at the beginning, and then after she sees, like, that was in like the middle. But she tries this apple. She goes back. She falls into the mirror. I remember reading that, falling asleep, and then she falls into the mirror. And I was like, what? Mm-hmm. I loved that twist.
Yeah, me too.
That was not where I was thinking of this.
I wasn't expecting it at all.
No. So then she falls into this mirror and she kind of like, what? And then the cat starts talking to her. And then she's like, oh, I've lost it. Like there's something wrong with me. Mm-hmm. And the cat is like, how utterly human of you. Mm-hmm. So this cat is like roasting her. Having an existential crisis because she's inside like, a mirror.
You can't blame her. Like, I was like listening to the cat and I was like, bro,
qué pesado.
Be so for real.
Yeah.
I've never fucking in my life been in an experience. This is not normal in our world. You know that, you fucking weirdo cat.
Yeah. So what we find out in this book, like midway through, is that there is a mirror world. Mm-hmm. Right? So like another little Easter egg. This is like the mirror. Basically. And in the mirror world, everything is parallel, right? Is that the right word? Like everything is like whatever is reflected on the real world is reflected. It's the same. But if you move something or like you try to take something out, some things can be brought out, some things you can't. and whatever is in front of the mirror will make an image. But if you don't keep moving, like, it will just dust away.
Okay. On that topic.
Yeah.
When she's playing around in the mirror, she's like, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And then she's like, in. And then maid comes in and she's like, oh shit. And she like runs because if she like stands in the mirror, like the maid will see her.
Yep.
So she runs and hides. And then the maid's like reflection starts like
Moving
mirroring
around
what she does.
And
But then the fucking maid, I don't know where the fuck she goes. And this figure just stays like,
oh my God.
and I was like, the way that I would have been like, at that shit.
It was
And
so
then,
creepy.
And then I'm just looking at that shit. She's like, where the fuck is this maid, bro? Like, come get your fucking reflection back.
Get the fuck out of here.
And the maid, I guess she left or something. And she was like, bro, she must be somewhere where there's no mirror. So now this shit is just like stuck here. And she's like, but wait, that bitch was not there when that fucking lady left. So she was like, this shit moved by itself. That shit.
So creepy.
I was like, bro. And then she has to like shimmy through it. And she's already said that she's an ox like 28 times. So I'm like, oh my God, ¿qué va a pasar? Esta chiquita va a tocar.
Moving.
Bro,
It almost reminded me of like the chess pieces in Harry Potter.
Dude.
Kind of like when like they move.
No, because you know when they're going to move.
I know, but
when it's their turn.
You first see it in like the movie, you think it's just chess and then they move and you're like.
Yes. But I would feel more comfortable in that setting where I know like as long as it's my turn and I don't do anything, nothing moves. But with this, I was like, what the fuck is that shit gonna move? Yes. Is it gonna kill her? What is it? What the fuck is it gonna do?
Yep.
So then she like dips out of the mirror. Finally, she like skirts her way around that fucking thing and leaves the mirror. But I was like, that would have been my first, second, third, fourth, fifth, because she jumps in and out a million times. And last time going in that shit, and I'm putting a ginormous blanket. If I didn't do it before, I am now. Not going in that shit again. I don't want ningún reflection in that shit ever.
Yep. But she's like giddy.
Oh my God. Well, because she's
a scientist.
Yes. So she's like, oh my God, this is so exciting.
What am I going to do here? Mm-hmm. You know, so she starts exploring. Long story short, she then finds that there's this whole other world. And she goes outside and she's looking for the food and everything is whatever. And then that's when she realized you need to eat mirror food to be able to step into the mirror. Mm-hmm. And she's like, but why would Snow be eating mirror food? Like, I guess like a child would be like, oh, this whole new world, that's cool. But why to the extent of poisoning herself? So then that's when we kind of are introduced to the Mirror Queen. Mm-hmm. Now, before I get there though, she has to rope in Javier. So Javier falls into this mirror and he's like, this was funny because she was like so excited to show somebody else what she had discovered, and he was just having an existential crisis about like, great, so armies can come through mirrors now.
Well, but it's okay. So she has similar thoughts the first time that she goes in the mirror. She's like, she accidentally takes a book from the mirror.
Oh yeah,
and she's like, oh, how cool. And then she opens it and the words are reflecting. She's like, this is so fucking cool. So that means if we put the mirror like in like a pantry, we could like double the food supply and da 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 da. So she starts thinking of all the logistical ways that they can use the mirror. By the time she brings Javier in, she's already like, I know all the rules. And he's like, oh my God, somebody's gonna come in through this mirror and destroy everybody. There's gonna be a war. Like, I get it.
Yeah. He's just so funny.
I'll let you know right now, there's not a single fucking way in hell I would go in that shit.
Willingly? No. She was wild.
No.
To go in and out, in and out, in and out.
Especially, first of all, it's like super silent in there.
Yeah.
I'm already scared.
Yes, that's a good point.
It's like dead like silent.
There's no, yeah.
The cat leaves, I leave. I would have been like, where are you going?
But why was that cat so annoying? Like, I liked him as a character, as my favorite, but he was so like, just tell me, what the fuck is the point of all of this?
I guess because he's like, you're like the fourth person that I have to do this with.
Yeah.
I can see how after like, and
Yeah.
also like he's like, oh my god, great. You now I have to explain things to you.
Wait,
It's not
but
like
I
he's
want to
looking
read
for
a
people to go in the.
specific one
Okay.
because I'm reading on my Kindle app. So he goes, I have occasionally found the name Grayling useful. And in her mind, she's like, strangling the only thing who understands the mirror would be counterproductive. Yes, very counterproductive. No sense asking why he was like this. He was a cat. If cats were helpful, they'd be dogs. So she basically like bribes him with food to help her figure out this mirror stuff. So the way that she ropes Javier in, it was also funny because I just stumbled across it, so I'm just gonna read it. My mirror bedroom looked no different when I got back to it, and the maid hadn't been in, or if she had, her reflection was now caught in some other mirror. I closed my eyes and stepped through the giant mirror. When I opened them, Javier was standing 5 feet away, looking utterly pollexed, staring straight at me. And the timing could not have been worse. So imagine you're walking into someone's room and they step out of a fucking mirror. Because I can imagine, like, I think of, like, I don't know why I think of my sister for the first time of this, and I can just picture her walking out of a mirror and be like, you stupid bitch, what are you doing?
I 1000% would be like, what the fuck? And then if they were like, come, I'd be like, nope. You know what?
You've got a lot
I
of
saw
explaining.
nothing. Don't worry. I don't need to know. Have fun.
I feel fatigued at the idea of having to deal with this. If I see my sister walking out of this mirror and be like, "Hi, ¿qué más hacen?"
Hey, what now?
Now
What
I
did you
have to go
do, bro?
explore this fucking mirror world.
No, I'm not doing that.
I think I would have. Okay, so question: would you step into the mirror?
If I was Anja, no, because she's scared of them. If I'm me, I'd be scared because I'm just such a chicken shit now that I'd
I
be
know,
like,
me
what if I
too.
get stuck in there?
True.
I guess if it was somebody I trusted, like if it was you who came out of a mirror, I'd be like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? And like, if you were like, oh my God, you have to come. It's like this reflection, just come. I'd be like, okay. But if it was like, at this point, Javier and her are like
Nothing.
acquaintances,
Yeah.
you know, like hardly friends.
Yep.
If it was like somebody I hardly knew, would I step into a mirror with them? No.
I might be more. No, same. I
No,
wouldn't.
because here's the thing. Like, I know you. I know you don't, I know your motives. Like, you're not going to be like, let me trap her in here. I have consumed way too much true crime that I'm convinced that someone's out to get me. So I would be like, you're trying to trap me in there for some reason.
Yep, for sure. Did you see
I'm not doing
that
it.
psychologist that came? There's a new Shums. This is totally off. I promise I'll get back on it. But I just remember seeing it. There's this new spooky show that they brought out, but it's like a documentary kind of thing about like serial killers. It's on Netflix. I don't remember what it's called, but a psychologist came out and was like, "You guys,
are you talking about the Ed Gein?
yes."
I've seen clips of it.
I know, same. Like I saw clips of it, and I'm like, man, Ale 10 years ago would have had a ball with
Eating
this.
it the fuck up.
Yeah.
I used to watch American Horror Story.
What?
I loved it.
Excuse me?
Up until
Which one? Tell me.
Carnival. After Carnival, I was like, ya no más.
Well, was that 5? I think that was 5.
I think the one after that was like Apocalypse or something. I didn't watch that.
Okay, I watched the Apocalypse, and I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. Hold on, let me look it up.
What are the seasons? My favorite was this Asylum and Witches.
Shut up. You liked Asylum?
Yeah. It was super fucked up, but I liked it.
I'm shocked because I actually took a pause after Asylum because I really didn't like it. Well, I liked it, but I was like bothered.
Oh, I was perturbed by every season. Except for Witches.
Same.
Witches, I was like, I'm okay.
Hold on, I have the seasons. we have Murder House, 10 out of 10. I thought it was amazing.
Great.
Asylum fucked me up more. I don't even
really liked
remember
it,
if I
though.
finished it, but I was like, ooh, like I was like,
It was a
perturbed.
lot. I know which
Yeah.
part got you. It was the part where he like captures the journalist, right?
How did you know that?
Because when that happened, I was like, this is a little too much now. Because
that was a lot.
it was a
for
lot.
me.
Yeah.
And this was like what forever ago.
This was
So,
also
like I was in the
peak-
peak of my
Peak like
obsession of,
serial
like,
killer
horror.
stuff. Yeah.
Yes. And that still got me. I remember watching it in a dark room at my parents' house, and I was like,
Yeah, because once that happened, which by the way, that guy is inspired by Ed Gein.
okay,
Because he had
the lamp.
lamps with skin made of skin and like this whatever.
Oh my god.
The part that got me was the part where he was like, I can't say it on YouTube, but when he was like essaying her,
Yeah.
that's where I was like, okay, I don't know where this is going. I can't with this. I don't like watching that kind of shit.
No.
I mean, who does? But
No. Like I just have very low tolerance to that.
it was too much. That was too much. But then
You would have
after
hated
that,
Handmaid's too.
huh?
You would have hated Handmaid's
No, I can't
Tale.
watch that.
I'm telling you, disgusting. Go ahead, but I'm not gonna go into
After
that one.
that, I liked the beginning of it. I didn't like that part. I liked the end of it.
Okay. I think I struggled after that. I
Yeah.
don't think I finished it.
I don't blame you.
Damn, Asylum was my least favorite. Mm-hmm. Okay. Coven.
Amazing.
Loved
10 out of
it.
10.
Loved it. 10 out of 10. Freak Show was already like a 7 out of 10 for me.
Okay, so I watched the one after that also.
Hotel.
No, I skipped that one. What was the one?
No, I think Hotel was the one with
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. I
No,
watched that
there
one.
was one. Roanoke. I watched that
Roanoke.
one.
Yeah. I actually didn't watch that one.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Hotel for
Cuba
me.
Gooding Jr. I think was in it, and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Hotel was okay. For as much of as I like spooky things, I have a really and this is even funnier because I'm a very big vampire fan. Like I love vampire
Is there
stuff.
vampires in that one?
Yeah, like the opening scene is I'm like drinking blood and like having sex. And I was like,
watched the first episode, and I was like, no.
same.
I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was like the son of somebody started doing something, and I was like, I know. Ya no puedo más con esto.
I'll tell you, American Horror Story took it far.
It did. Like, even in the first one, I really did not like the latex guy. Like, it was Tate.
Yeah.
But I didn't like it because I was like, so you did that to her.
Yep.
And she thought it was the husband.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. Like, I was just
Yeah.
like, no.
I think it blurred a lot of lines.
Yes.
You know?
Same thing with Asylum. I loved Asylum. Then that happened, and I was like, okay,
You're trying but
how long are we going to be here? Because I
yeah.
can't with this.
They are trying to traumatize us a little bit. I
think
felt
the thing with Asylum that I liked was that it felt like it had a somewhat happy ending.
yeah.
And then Coven was just amazing. It
Coven
fun.
was amazing.
And then Freak Show, that's when the interest
I
started dying
didn't
for
like
me.
Freak Show.
This fucking clown scared the shit out of me though.
Yeah.
Have you
It was just
seen-
very hard to watch that one. With all the weird like
I didn't
don't know.
like it, especially like they at some point Emma Roberts' character takes like the little short person and like sells it to some, I don't know, and then they like put her in a tube and I was just like, no, yeah. I can't handle too much stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then Hotel first episode, I don't remember what was happening. I think it was like a blood sex thing.
Yeah.
And I think it was someone's son.
I couldn't.
And I was just like, yeah, bro.
Yeah, I
Ya
couldn't
no
with
más,
that.
ya no más.
I didn't watch
Roanoke.
Roanoke.
I did watch
didn't
that one. It wasn't too bad.
But I watched Cult and I
I
liked
didn't watch it.
I really liked Apocalypse.
Didn't watch it.
And then I stopped. So there's new ones. There's 1984. I didn't watch that.
Nope.
Double feature. I didn't watch that.
Nope.
NYC. I didn't watch
Nope.
it. I think I stopped up. It's interesting that I stopped after Apocalypse because I think Apocalypse is actually like my second or third favorite.
You know, even in Coven, now that I'm thinking about it, there is a part where I was like, I can't. You know what it is for me? It's the sex stuff.
Yeah, I know.
When it's like,
Same. When the big girl.
yeah,
is-
that like
yeah.
boar thing. I think it's a minotaur or something.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't with this. When stuff like that happens, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
if we could omit that, I probably could have stomached more seasons.
Yeah.
But then I also got to a point where I was like, this feels very dark, and I don't like
Yep.
how this feels anymore.
I remember yep, that's exactly how
Even
I
though
felt.
it was always dark, I just think continuing to watch it felt too dark for me.
Too dark, yeah. Yeah. But it was a good show.
Yeah.
At sometimes. It was our peak of horror.
What isn't the creator of that the one who did the Ed Gein Netflix show also?
Was it?
I don't know. I thought it was, but I might be wrong. I think he did. Did he do the Jeffrey Dahmer show, which I also didn't watch? Ryan Murphy?
It is.
Did he also do the Jeffrey Dahmer show?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought. No puedo.
No. And whatever. I don't think I could.
Like 7 years ago, I could.
Yeah.
Today, no. And I honestly don't have any interest in it anymore. I don't like how it feels watching those things. Again, I think I just overdid it.
Yeah, same.
With the true crime.
And what I meant was like I'm whatever in the sense that like I don't want to.
Yeah.
You know,
I have no joy in it.
No, I don't think I can.
It doesn't calm me. It actually kind of makes
I'll
me anxious.
text you in a couple days. I did it and I shouldn't have. I don't feel like I want to.
It makes me anxious.
But, yeah, same. But the whole reason I brought this up was because you brought up true crime, and a psychologist came out and said like, you know that if you're like your method of relaxing and chilling is watching these horrible true crime stories, like there's something wrong with you. Well, and I remember I saw that on social media like a few days ago, and I was like, and I think it was actually today. I saw it today, and I was like,
well, I mean,
a lot of people do it though. So
yeah, I don't know. I guess it's kind of like watching horror movies, but it's real. So I guess not. I don't know. Look, like I said, I had a good run.
I never did it like in a peaceful moment. I just did it.
I just would watch it like when I had nothing else to do, when I had free time, I would watch it. And it came from, I think it's the same for most people.
Yeah.
It came from a place of like astonishment. Like,
yep. Like,
I can't believe somebody did this.
Yep.
Or like, it's very interesting to think about how other people's brains work.
Yeah.
And when you're seeing cases like very crazy, you're like, I can't even fathom.
I can't even.
What I can't fathom.
I know. I just can't hear. I can't believe what I just heard.
But I will say, even in my true crime phase, there was still stuff where I was like, this is too much for me.
Yeah, for me, that was Dahmer, if I'm being honest.
I really didn't want to hear anything about any of the serial killers. They scared me.
Yeah.
They scared the shit out of me.
Well, did you hear about like the possible serial killer in Austin?
No.
Oh, well. That's keeping me up.
Austin's like right there.
I mean, yeah.
No. Okay, so anyways.
Long story short.
What were we saying? Would you trust somebody to...
Oh, it's a fall into the mirror. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess it would depend, but I feel like my curiosity might win. I'd be like, I would have to see. Okay, so if like the thought was funny because of my sister, but like if she were to come out of a mirror, I would like do it again. Let me make sure you can go all the way in and all the way back. Mm-hmm. And then I'd probably like see what's going on there.
If my brother was like, bro, you need to see this, I would be like, no. And he would be like, do it. And I'd be like, okay, how does it work? Do it a few times.
Exactly.
And then I'd be like, okay, dale, vamos.
I think I would step into the mirror.
Like, yeah, if it's someone I trust. But again, acquaintance comes out of the mirror.
So Javier is like, sure, let me join you in this mirror. So he goes, is it some kind of hidden door, blah, blah, blah. And he just walks in. So she gives him a mirror food and he steps into the mirror and then they start exploring. And long story short, they find that there's a mirror queen that was a reflection of the real queen that died in the real world. And the Mirror Queen woke up because some blood fell through the mirror. Mm-hmm. And she was ravenous for life. Like, she wanted to be the real queen.
I mean, their world is boring as fuck.
I mean, it's gray with no sound. So this whole thing happens because...
And can you imagine, though? Can you imagine you suddenly become cognizant and you're looking at yourself with color, moving around in this colorful world, and then when they leave, you turn around and you're just like...
Horrible. It's so true.
I'm not saying, like...
Yeah, I know.
Valid, but I'm just saying, like, I can't imagine.
Yeah, same. But overall, I think that it was a mind fuck overall.
It was.
And I felt bad for Snow in that moment. But
what about the twist, though? What do you think?
The nurse?
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of boring.
Yeah.
Like, it was... That part was kind of boring.
What I will say is, like, I thought she was a shady bitch from the beginning.
Yep.
The way that she was, like... And again, I think it's a testament to the author's writer where the author's writing where she, like, doesn't make you, like, she's able to, like, obviously tell you, like, she's being shady without being, like, super obvious about it. And, like, Anja catches it and she's like, oh, I know that this lady, like, wants me to offer to like be Snow's role model, but, like, I don't want to.
Yep.
And then she's like, oh, well, what about Lady Sorrel? And I love this part. She's like, no, she says that she's too old to be dealing with, like,
bratty children.
Bratty kids that aren't her own. And I was like, I like that.
I like that. I'll tell you this. I like the way that the author wrote Sorrel, Lady Sorrel, too, because it kind of makes you feel like, is it her or is it not? It doesn't turn out to be her. It turns out to be the maid. The nurse, the main nurse. But what I didn't like was that it was kind of like, I guess, maybe not like is not the right sentiment, but I was just kind of like bored about it being her, especially because then you find out that she didn't really even know the truth. She just thought she was being haunted. And then the Mirror Queen explains herself about how, like, we need to save her because she's a mirror child, but she's not a mirror child.
So in a way, stupid.
But
in another way,
she's dumb. Yeah.
But in another way, the king's daughter that I'm supposed to take care of, this bitch is telling me, like,
it's not real. She's not real.
So
she's a mirror child.
What do I do? Fucking get the king and tell him to go in the mirror? Yeah. He's gonna be like, you're fired.
Correct. So I didn't love it, but it doesn't take away from the book at all.
But I will say, kind of fucking stupid of the nurse to not notice, like, this girl's deteriorating.
Yep. Like, if the mirror food is supposed to help her, why isn't it helping her?
Mm-hmm. Like, kind of fucking stupid. Yeah. Like, that she couldn't put two and two together.
Exactly.
Or, like, tell anyone. Like, one of the $500... But to be fair, I don't think I would ever tell anyone, like, this is a magic mirror.
By the way. Same. But,
anyways.
I didn't love the twist, but it was okay. I loved how at the end she was still trying to be a scientist and she was sailing grayling, but who brought the mirror? Who brought the first apple? And he was like, it's magic. And she's like,
no, I think it was the queen.
Yeah.
Like the real queen. Well, the mirrors come from her kingdom. And so it's like whatever age she got married, she lived a whole life over
prior
there.
To that.
And like Anja says it, like, oh, these mirrors are from, like, the king's kingdom, they're the queen's kingdom. They're, like, super revered, super expensive, super high quality. Like, these are super fancy mirrors. If you have them, like, it's like, she made a big fucking deal about it. So I can't imagine that, like, you and your family for generations have had these fucking mirrors and you make them and nobody has ever known that you can go through the mirror.
It's a good theory. Okay. What do you rate it?
Okay, so if I'm being generous, I would give it a 4.5.
Okay.
If I'm being conservative, I'd give it like a 4.3.
Okay, so I think it's one of the first 4s this year.
It is.
From the Hunger Games.
Literally every book that we've reviewed that has not been a God tier
has been less than 4.
Has been a 3 point something. Yep. Or for you, Quicksilver was like a 2 point. No sé qué. So this is the first book that we give a 4 point something, which means a lot for us because I feel like we're harsh raters.
I think we're harsh raters. I think that we know what's gold standard, and these, again, they're a few romanticies that we've read this year, and they're just not hitting the way that, you know,
we need
they're
them to.
not bad,
Yeah.
but it's not, you know. So this being a 4.5 is kind of crazy for us because I really, really, really love.
You would
this
give it a
book.
4.5 also?
Yeah, yeah. I'll meet you at the 4.5.
Like,
yeah.
Am I going to ask everyone to read it? No. But like anybody that I see holding it, I would be like, oh my God, that's such a fun book. Good, right? That's a good one.
I would recommend it though.
I would too.
Definitely would.
I'd be like, this is a really fun one.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
I really liked it, which means I'm even more excited now to read Twisted Ones, which is the next one, because we unintentionally got 2 spooky books for the same author.
Yeah. So that'll be a good test to see how much do we like this author.
Exactly. Which we got a comment on that said that twist in Twisted Ones is insane.
Yeah.
So I'm like very excited to read it.
Very nervous. But I will say I'm pleasantly surprised because I was dreading pretty much all of the Halloween books other than Endless Night. And that's 2 books in a row that like I enjoyed them. Like I liked both books.
We have a 50%.
Hey, you know what? That's a win at least.
Yeah, I think so. And the fact that we got a 4.5 out of our spooky reads and not the rest of the year.
I know, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
So I'm excited for Twisted Ones. If you've read Hemlock and Silver, I know that this just came out, but if you've read it and you have any thoughts, comment. And if you want
if you've read other ones that you feel are even better than her, better than this one from this author, tell us what are the best of her work.
Give us some tea Kingfishers. I always say teen Kingfisher. Some tea Kingfisher recommendations. Because I think we really like this author, and I kind of want to read more about her, like more of hers, and especially the books that people really love of hers.
Exactly. So
next
catch
up,
us next time.
Read Twisted Ones with us.
Twisted Ones. And we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.